Hi, welcome to Auburn Online's Tiger Bytes. I'm your host for today, Amy Conway. I'm an instructional designer with Auburn Online, and I have with me as our very first guest, Dr. Dave Ketchen.
Thanks, Amy.
Dr. Ketchen is a professor in the Harvard College of Business. He is an eminent scholar in the College of Business and a professor of management as well. Dr. Ketchen was part of the interdisciplinary team that developed the Master of Science in Brewing Science and Operations and that online program, as well as an online graduate certificate in Brewing Science and Operations. Dave has also developed with Professor Franz Lorke a franchising course that is online, as well as an online winning skills for success in business and in life. Dave, thank you for joining us today. Dave is our inaugural program ambassador at Auburn Online. So we're looking forward to hearing more from him and seeing what he has to share about his experience in online learning. What can you tell us about the program ambassadorship and what was the inspiration for starting that?
I was interested in being a bridge builder between Auburn Online and the faculty. I think historically faculty who are more research oriented tend to shy away a little bit from online teaching. And I'm not really sure why that is, but I had an experience earlier this semester that really sort of coalesced this notion for me. I work with someone who has some childcare challenges, and this person has lamented challenges with managing their schedule. And meanwhile, in our department, we had a need for a new online course just because of capacity issues. And so just sort of like on a real informal basis, I went to this person and said, hey, this could be like chocolate and peanut butter coming together. You have these childcare responsibilities. The department needs this course. You could put the work in to create this online course up front and then reap the rewards for several years in terms of not having to be at a certain place at a certain time to teach your course. Well, they thought about it for about 24 hours and came back and said, no, absolutely not. This is not the thing for me. And I'm like, really? I mean, this would go a long way to solving your childcare challenges. No, not interested. Okay. So went to a different professor at that point who you're actually working with, Brian Connolly, to put this course together. And he instantly recognized the value of going down this road and has jumped in with both feet. And so, what I'd like to do in this role is cultivate more Brian Connolly type activities and at the same time do a better job of convincing people like that first person that this is a good way to go in terms of managing your classes.
I'd heard that story before, Dave. I really appreciate that.
This is new material.
New material. It resonates a lot. I've had other faculty that I've worked with who have expressed similar things, that childcare is a big one. It is a really big one, so that's good to hear. That kind of addressed the next question that I had for you is what are the primary goals and objectives of your role and what you would like to see happen with that ambassadorship. Is there anything else that you'd like to share about that?
Well, I'm just looking forward to meeting more people in other colleges. I know a lot of people don't necessarily like being on university level committees. I always kind of enjoy it because I get to hear what people are doing in other places across campus. I like going around and seeing what other people are doing, and I feel like it makes me, a more well-rounded, worldly person to hear about what the rural studio is up to, what engineering is up to, and other places.
That's good. That's good, and then it can help make connections and develop partnerships that maybe we wouldn't have thought about before.
Sure.
So that's good. What are some of the benefits of online teaching and learning and online education that maybe faculty aren't currently aware of that you would like to be able to share with them through this podcast?
Well, I'll talk about the students first. So, and I'll give you an illustration. So during COVID, we were told to minimize our contact time with students. And at the time, I was teaching a doctoral seminar in research design, which is, pretty sophisticated stuff, especially when you're a doctoral student. And so historically, what I had done was meet with the students for 3 hours. But I said, I'm going to try recording the half of that that's a lecture and the half of it that's discussion, we'll still do that in person. So I started recording these lectures, and it won't surprise you, I started jazzing them up with video effects and music
Cowboy
and stuff.
hats.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff, all kinds of stuff. And the feedback from the students was, this is really helpful because I can watch it at normal speed once, and then I can go back and watch it at a faster speed to remind myself of what the material was. I can come back at a later time in the semester and refresh my memory. So the teaching is preserved there for the students, as opposed to when they're in the classroom, that's just a one-off, and whatever notes they happen to take, they have to preserve the ideas, but it's not nearly as nice as having it recorded where they can access it at any time. And so I think in terms of that reinforcement and the retention, it can be helpful for students. And then in terms of faculty, certainly the ability to manage your time, like we talked about with my friend who has the childcare issues.
You brought up a point that we really haven't talked about that some people may not think about when they think about Auburn Online, and that's the idea of a hybrid environment where you provide some online aspects of a course, but then maintain some face-to-face things. So I think that's a really good alternative for a lot of faculty, and something that I look forward to hearing more, see how you kind of pull that out and develop that idea.
Yeah, and from
That's
a
great.
logistical standpoint, if you're teaching a course in a hybrid format, you can use one classroom at one point in time for two different sections, right? One section can meet on Tuesdays, the other
That's the
section
business
can meet on
mindset of you
Thursdays.
that you've got, maximizing your resources.
Well, sure.
Yeah, that's perfect. All right, Dave, how do you see your role helping advance the high quality online teaching and learning, or just teaching and learning in general at Auburn University?
I think whenever you bring in somebody from the outside and have them actively engaged in what you're doing, they're going to bring in new ideas. And so, I don't pretend to know everything. My wife might disagree with that statement, but I don't feel like I pretend to know everything. But I think I have some unique experiences and unique perspectives that I can bring to the Auburn Online group that might be helpful in terms of generating ideas.
I think so too. Just we've worked together now this is our third semester working on a course together.
Yes.
And I think that we've already you've shared your ideas, and I think that the Auburn Online team has shared some ideas with you. So it's been a good partnership so far. So is there anything else that made you kind of think about wanting to help build connections between faculty and Auburn Online?
I'm at a point in my career where I'm sort of in give back mode a little bit, I don't want to sound like a jerk, but I've kind of done everything I set out to do professionally, but I'm still a relatively young person. And so I've got a lot of energy that I can devote to something like this.
That's good. We appreciate that. It is helpful. We at Auburn Online, we work with a lot of faculty across campus in a lot of different departments, but there are still a lot that we don't work with. And so to have someone that's, endorsing and promoting and sharing, and also getting out to maybe providing a different perspective. So we appreciate that.
Yeah, it's not going to be for everybody, but I think there's a lot of people on faculty that if they understood what Auburn Online can do for them, they'd be quite interested.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're right. And just, that it doesn't have to be fully online. There are hybrid environments that could work, and
Right.
There's lots of things that Auburn Online can do to help faculty. And that is our primary mission, is to support student success. And the way that we do that is by helping faculty support student success and create the best learning environments for them. So we appreciate your help in that. What would you say is the thing that is exciting you the most about taking on this new role?
I like trying things. If they don't work, abandon them. If they do work, it's, pedal to the metal. In universities, there's a lot of units that aren't really all that open-minded and entrepreneurial necessarily about new ideas. Auburn Online always has been. I think Chandra and Asim do a really good job of setting a tone where new ideas are more than welcome. They're encouraged. A few years ago, the group had me come over and talk about how they, as a collective, could become more entrepreneurial. And I was really impressed by the interactions that we had during that session. So, that's probably the thing that sort of originally put the seed in my mind, like, hey, I do contract work with you guys where we pay you to develop courses, but it occurred to me that, maybe there could be a deeper relationship there based on that session.
That sounds good. Well, at Auburn Online, we're looking forward to seeing how this ambassadorship grows and kind of becomes what you make it to be, and something that is beneficial to all of us. Let's hear a bit from Biggio.
Hello, everyone. I'm Chandra Bowers, Associate Director for Learning Experience Design in the Biggio Center at Auburn University. Since 2015, Auburn Online has been a cornerstone for innovative teaching and learning. Our team has developed hundreds of courses that have impacted thousands of learners here at Auburn University and beyond. Our team has been instrumental in launching groundbreaking campus initiatives like the first ever fully online undergraduate completer programs, Auburn First Dual Enrollment, the AUX Augmented and Virtual Reality Initiative, and non-credit digital badging experiences. I'm excited to share with you our latest initiative, the Auburn Online Program Ambassadorship. This role is designed to elevate high-quality online and hybrid teaching practices in higher education, especially here at Auburn University. The program ambassador will actively engage with colleges and departments across our campus to raise awareness about the incredible services provided by Auburn Online, with a mission to elevate the value of online and hybrid modalities, ensuring everyone knows just how impactful they can be. Resources like this podcast will serve to promote best practices and will benefit not just Auburn University, but the higher education academic community at large. In the future, the Auburn Online's program ambassador will also be offering professional development seminars, especially for senior and research faculty interested in learning insights and evidence-based practices. Our team at Auburn Online has achieved remarkable milestones, but the future of Auburn Online is even brighter with our program ambassador. We're ready to soar to new heights. Stay tuned for more exciting updates and join us on this incredible journey. Thank you for watching, and War Eagle.
That is all that we have time for today. You can find our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube, as well as on Biggio Center social media. So we're looking forward to talking with Dave again soon, more specifically about this podcast, as well as getting to know him a little bit more and his work in online education. So we'll hope you join us again.